Alright, people. Gotta start off. Want to another episode of Tips and Tricks in Surviving Mars. I am very upset with this game. Previously, I made a video on how to research 60 Texts by Soul15. Now, since the creators came out with a new creative mode, which we see right here, it kind of killed my video. So this is pretty much a ranting video. So I will show you what happened and what goes on with it. It doesn't matter if you pick the regular mode or the creative mode, because it won't work. But I learned something here which kind of make the game kind of easier for the creative mode. I'm not gonna go over these. I'm just going straight to the game rules. This is all about the game rules. And I realized this. If you got like new players coming in, I would say go with Chaos Theory. I recommend it. What it does, it mixes the text up a little. And like I said, this is like making your game like super flawless, but not too easy. I don't bring prefab because, like I said, you don't need it in the game. Easy maintenance, I'll go for a little bit if you want a little challenge, but it's kind of good. Don't worry. I mean, I don't care too much about this easy maintenance, but I love this easy research. But it takes away from the trophy system. You playing a game with 3,000 tech always throughout the whole game, it kind of research all your stuff. So let's imagine if you pick the first sponsor, which is 400, and then you get 300. You start off with 3,400, and like I said, all text is revealed. That's a good thing with the Chaos Theory. Easy research and Chaos Theory goes hand in hand if you want to play play it with like the creative mode and you want to do it a little bit easier. Because with the Chaos Theory, now I'll say, with this here, I'm gonna show you a little trick. It's a little trick in the game. You want Mars copyright as your first tech, as you want Mars copyright to say 1,000, so that way it's perfect. So that way, if you're playing later on in the game, you will see what I mean. But that's if you don't want to use a lot of money, because like I said, there's another one in here that you can use a lot of money. You don't need endless supplies. Trust me, you don't really need it. These two right here, Chaos Theory and Easy Research, no problem. But you don't need endless supply, because especially if you pick building never malfunction, you don't got to worry about it. I'll just leave that off. Fast rockets, man, come on, the rockets already travel fast enough, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna play with this one here, fast scanning. And folks, let me tell you, I love that. I love this part of the of this creative mode. You only need one sensor tower. One sensor tower could scan the whole map in like from Sol 1 to Sol 25 or 30. It's about that time range. One of those. But how to use it properly is this, and I'm gonna tell you how to use this here perfectly with the fast scanning. If you're playing your game, you want to hope that you get deep scanning. Well, let's put it this way: if you put on easy maintenance, right? But let's say you don't have it, but I mean easy research. But you want to make sure that you have deep scanning visible, because you want to research that first. Like I said, it don't even make no sense to like I say, when I play the game, it don't make no sense to move or put nothing down. Well, the first thing I did was, since I had, let's say when I had easy research, I know where deep scanning was ready to locate. So I had the deep scanning. I plan the ship where I want to now. I don't do nothing. I don't scan no sectors, no nothing, because right now it don't make no sense to do it. The first thing I'm going to research is deep scanning with the fast scanning. Once I do that, I sector everything. Guess what? Boom, 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 boom. I know where everything is, and all I need is one. Free construction, I like that part of it, but it don't make the game challenging, because they say take the trophy off. Same with that too. Where that stuff at? Where I say overfunded. Now, that's it. This is where it comes in when you have all that money. They're giving you like, whew, it's like $100 billion. They start. I mean, you. Let me tell you, you start off the game with overfunded, fast scanning. You didn't even have to worry about half of the others because you got enough money to fix your stuff and bring stuff in. I say those like the three tops I would say with this new creative mode. Well, the Chaos Theory is from the regular game rule, but I just say fast scanning. I'm gonna try that with a normal game without this creative mode because the creative mode kind of killed my game anyway, so I hate it. And I don't need all this stuff here, but I figured that a lot of people was having trouble playing the game and slow paced. Now, I'm more of a slow pace builder because I like to perfect what I like to do. But if I was a person who sat down and I figured a way how to research 60 texts by Soul 15, and it only took me less than an hour. It took me like less than an hour to do it. But the hardest thing was cherry picking just to get Mars copyright as my first tech. But once you get it, you could play the game and then you just go through your stuff. You know, like I said, I see a lot of people, they don't play Winter's Coming because, like I said, 5 souls, that's a long time. Twisters, 5, you know, they just pop up too much. Last Ark, this like my kind of challenge, which, you know, I don't see nobody too much on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that play with Last Ark. I mean, it's a tough one, but I mastered that already, so I ain't worried about it. Rebel Yell, I like that. Long rides, that's what I say. If you don't want to wait, you go to, like I said, the rocket speed is already fast enough. But if you're playing, now let's say if you play with, I'll play with Paradox, but like I said, these, and I only use one rocket, so my time is like real slow, but I ain't worried about it. But like I said, I'm just picking a game for myself. I hate playing with inflation. Another tip, these are people who having trouble playing and the colonists are starving. Now, I made it a little harder for myself, which is I cannot import food from Earth. That's what hunger is. And let me tell you what made it also harder. I brought in amateurs. Everybody coming in is not a botanist, no scientist. They have no specialty. That and hunger, fellas. I asked a lot of people. I was having trouble. You know, I had my Martian grown, I had my people born, but all of a sudden they start starving. I got my farm. I had my hydroponic, but I just didn't figure out why they were dying. They were starving. I grow food that wasn't edible. Now, if you made it this far and listened to the video, I'm gonna tell you. Between a farm and a hydroponic farm, rule number 1: start off with the lowest yield first, but you also have to put your priority as max. It have to be at max. If it's not a max, your people will starve. I'm trying to tell you, they will starve, especially if you don't have a botanist with you. Botanists pretty much will grow the food and they master that. But if you're playing with amateurs, make farming a priority. It has to be a priority until you bring in you put in a university and then you start producing botany. That way you can start reducing that, and then you start working your way around like the other techs, like, you know, engineers and all that stuff. It goes hand in hand with it. But that's just how it is. Well, that's enough for my rant, and thank you for this one little video of ranting of creative mode. I hate it. I hate it. Now I'm about to go play on the hardest level, which is 1015. Good luck, people.